Hi, Weta. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Welcome to class tonight.
Hi, yes, thank you. You are.
Hey, everyone. So Christina is observing tonight, so she'll be keeping a close eye on all of you. What is your name? Yeah. What is it? Chuck. Chuck. And you're Sarah. Sarah. I thought there was a Sophie coming. I guess not. There might be some other people coming. We're going to start in child's pose. So get yourself nice and comfy in your favorite child's pose. Welcome to this time of the day. Here's some fantastic breathing in the room already, Weta. So join in with us. Hi, Allison. Welcome. Where are you breathing tonight? So you're breathing up into your shoulders, or you're breathing into your rib area? Are you breathing down into your belly? Are you breathing shallowly? Are you breathing deeply? After you notice that, slow down your inhale and match that length with your exhale. Go deep down into the belly. Puff out your ribs on the front and the back side of your body, way up into your collarbones, and exhale just as slowly. Let's do this together for a 4-part breath. So we're ready to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for a moment and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow and steady. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for a moment and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, Jane. Welcome. Keep engaging in that 4-part breath. I'm still here with you, but I'm going to be quiet for about 2 more breath cycles so you can really pay attention to the noise of your breath. Are you Sophie? Welcome. Oh, I know you, don't I? Of course I do. Philomena. Yes. I have to know how I know you, but how do I know you? Yes. That's what it is. On your next inhale, come on up to a tabletop. Move your right arm out to T. Look at your right thumb, your right fingertips. Watch it as you take your arm up towards the ceiling and weave it under. We're not going to rest quite yet. We're going to do this about 3 times, really focusing on that rotation of the spine. That's going to be kind of our emphasis tonight, is rotation of that spine, feeling those vertebral bones just swivel past each other. And your next time through, go ahead and rest it on down, but really take your time. Do this incrementally. Really feeling the nuances of each stretch as you slowly move that arm further and further underneath you. Getting your right ear as flat on the floor as possible. Sophie, now I got you in my memory. This is so cool. How are you doing? You can stay here or you can add on. You can take that left leg straight out to the side. If you feel like your head's going to fall off, though, bring your knee back. Could even add that left arm and wrap it around your body. Tuck it in by your waist. Keep inching your right ear flatter and flatter on the floor and asking your shoulder to go further towards the space behind you. Lots of stretch along the side of your neck. One more slow 4-part breath in. And exhale. Come back to your tabletop. We're going to take that rotation once more, slow and steady. Thumb up towards the ceiling with your gaze and rest your hand down. Other side, same deal. Kind of incrementally get deeper and deeper into this rotation. Instead of slamming into the full rotation right away, each time you reach up and down, you're going to swivel those bones, those backbones you got further and further past each other in this big rotation. Next time you weave through, go ahead and rest it down and take your time. As if you were an artist sculpting something. Sculpt this pose. Chip away at it. Add on. Chuck, nice breathing. You might be our breath warrior tonight. We'll rely on you to remind us to keep slowly inhaling and exhaling. About 2 more of these slow inhales and exhales. That's it, Carol. Really relax into it. Good. Back into your tabletop. Move into that rotation once more. Arm out to T. Watch your thumb up towards the ceiling and rest your hand down on the mat. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, hover your knees above the floor about 1 inch or 2. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling and straighten your knees as you press your heels down. Twice more, just like that. Way up onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees and hover. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Keep that tilt, straighten your knees and press your heels down to the floor. Last one, way up you go. Knees down. Keep the tilt as you straighten your knees without locking them out, pressing your heels down to the floor. One more slow inhale. Exhale and step forward to the head of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, ragdoll, and create a bind with your ragdoll. Grab your biceps with your opposite arms and sway right and left. Keep tucking your chin deep into your chest. And incrementally turn this ragdoll into a forward fold. So get heavier and heavier. Each time you sway left and right, go further and further into that forward fold with that sway. The next time your right elbow goes towards the area behind you, pause, keep that twist, and come on up this side of the body. If you ever had Debbie Dower's class, she does this. Yep, keep that frame and then slowly descend on the other side. So remember, the emphasis tonight is on that rotation of the spine. So as you come up, feel that rotation of the spine, that twisting, and then down you go. Next time you're down, hang out there for a moment, left elbow towards the area behind you, and come on up the left side. Just a couple this way, just feeling what you're feeling. Don't worry about doing it right at this point. You know what's up. Now it's just about feeling what you're feeling in your body. The next time you're dangling towards the earth, release your bind and inhale all the way up to stand. Arms up towards the ceiling. Move your hands to heart center. 1 Om to begin. Inhale. Release your hands by your side and inhale your arms up. Bend your knees and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, high push up all the way to the floor. Move your hands to the base of your ribs, cobra posture. So just your heart comes up towards the space in front of you. You can take your gaze up. That's it. And exhale down. Twice more. Just your heart up. So same idea as we have been doing. Incrementally get a little bit deeper into that extension of your spine as you come up into your cobra. Next time you come up, press your hands and your toenails into the floor, unless your toe's broken. Really open up across your chest, upward facing dog, and roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe it in. All of it out, and step forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach up, arms up. And fold. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. That's it. Halfway lift. High push up to low push up. upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. That's it, Allison. Nice extension. I can see you there on that screen. Step forward. Halfway lift, fold, stand. Reach it on up and fold. Bend your knees to initiate the fold. That's it, Sophie. Halfway lift, high push up to low push up. Strong core. Go into your low push up, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Move your right foot up to your right, on the outside of your right hand, actually. Right foot up to the outside of your right hand. We're going into a lizard lunge, and lower your left knee right down onto the floor. Feel what you're feeling here. Take a moment. You might want to move your right foot forward a little bit, walk it forward a bit, and if you can, scoot your left knee back a bit to really feel that stretch on the front side of your left thigh or even into the hip of your right leg. And then move your foot out a little bit like I'm demonstrating, toes oriented out on an angle. Lift your foot up and put your right hand on your thigh and just roll it open. Yes. So here we have that rotation in the spine as well as the hip area. So feeling that rotation. Another slow 4 count in and 4 count out, and come back to center. Lift your back knee, tuck your back toes under and set your feet up for warrior 1, but stay in this lunge. Warrior 1 in the lunge. We're moving into humble warrior. Pull in your guts, interlace your fingers at your low back and drive your knuckles to the space behind you. Go down deep into that right knee bend. Release your bind, let your fingers dangle to the floor and come on up to your warrior 1 and stay. Now, you might have lost a little bit of alignment. Make sure your ankle's right over your knee. So move your right foot back just a little bit, Sophie. Yep, arms up, adjust, because coming into this from lizard can make your legs a little bit goofy. Stay with it. Another big inhale. Hands down to the mat. High push up to low. Or skip it. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Left-sided lizard. Move that left foot to the outside of your left foot. And just notice every little tiny detail that's going on in your body. Shift your toes out to the side. Put your foot on an angle. Let your knee drift off to the left. Put your left hand on your thigh. You can even do this spiral action where you just C-shape your hand. Just really squeeze your thigh and move that muscle, that flesh. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. What's your name again? Sarah. Yes, Sarah's demonstrating it perfectly. You can see how she's just pulling that off to the side to get that nice stretch. Bend your right elbow a little bit. Get loosey-goosey with your jaw and your shoulders. Relax, relax. Let the stretch happen, especially on the next exhale. We're moving into humble warrior, but take your time. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee up. And move in such a way that you have your ankle and your knee lined up with each other. Get that shift. You could flatten your back foot, Tori, or Jordan. That back foot, instead of being on crescent, you want to be here. Yep, interlacing your fingers. Tuck your chin a little bit. That's it, Sophie. Release your bind and up into warrior 1 you go for about 3 breath cycles. Good. You're intuitively polishing your poses. Some of you without even looking at your body. You just feel the alignment. Good. 1 more breath cycle. Hands down to the mat. High push up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Step to the head of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Oh, I love that hop. And fold, Carol. Chair pose. I'm working on jumping forward, and that's a brilliant kind of middle way to do it. I'll have everybody do that here the next time. And fold. Halfway lifts. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. and downward facing dog. Right-sided warrior one. Move your right foot forward and go up into your warrior one for one inhale. And hands down to the mat, high to low. Really cinch in your core. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Move your left foot forward. Way up into your warrior one. Yes, hands down to the mat. High push up. Low push up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. We're just going to do one more of those sun salutation Bs. This last one is going to be really slow. So breathe in and out. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fold. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're making me speed up. Halfway lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is hard. High to low for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, upward facing dog. 3, 2, 4. Downward facing dog. Right-sided warrior one. Take your time. You got 4 counts here. 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Keep exhaling. Yes, 4, 3, 2, 1. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Move your left foot forward. You got all the time in the world. Yes, Amanda, that was gorgeous. Hands down. Slowly let the air out. Nice, Allison. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Lift your right leg in the air. We're going to do something different tonight. This is called Wild Thing. Bend your right knee. And as you bend your right knee, you're going to flip, but keep your left knee straight. Keep your left knee straight and keep your left foot smeared into the floor. Right knee bends. So left knee is straight, right knee bends. Feel that long stretch. This is called Wild Thing. Come up under the ball of your right foot, way up under the ball of your right foot, and stretch it out. Right-sided forearm plank. Put your right forearm on the floor, right forearm on the floor. Your right leg's already straight and lift your arm up. We're going into that rotation. Thread the needle 3 times, under and up. That's 1. Good. Good. If you're watching me, don't, because I'm moving. Yes, and 1 more time. Forearm plank, and Sphinx pose. Move your arms forward and wide. Recollect. Get control of your breathing. I'm going to do a quick shoulder stretch. Right arm out to T and roll over that right shoulder. Yes, that's it. Sigh it out. Left arm out to T. Roll over that left shoulder. Come back to center. Hands at the base of your ribs. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Lift your left leg in the air. Going for that Wild Thing. Bend your left knee. Keep your right knee straight and flip it on over. Come up onto the ball of your left foot. Up onto the ball. Yes, feel that stretch. Nice. Forearm plank. Keep that bottom leg straight. Yep, that's it. Oh, nice. Roll right over to your forearm plank. Lift your arm up and thread it under for uno. That's it. Dos. Good. 1 more. Really reach up. Thread it under. And forearm plank. Moving into that Sphinx pose once again. Staying in your Sphinx pose for a moment, you're going to thread that right arm under. Thread your right arm under. Move your left knee up to your right arm that you threaded under. And you're going to open up into a supine twist. Let your left arm drip down to the floor. Let me see if that landed for you. Yep, you got it. And then you're just going to bend this knee up here. Good. This arm over. Lovely. If it's the first time you heard it, so they've already heard it 1,000 times, Sophie, so that's why. All right, other side. Come on back up into your Sphinx pose for a moment. Move the inseam of your right knee up to your right elbow. Yep. Thread your right arm under the other arm. Yep, that's it. Left arm up towards the ceiling. You're just twisting the opposite way. Just a chance to recollect, catch your breath, integrate, and come back to center. Sphinx pose. Lift it on up. Drag your hands down to the base of your ribs. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Right sided crescent lunge. Your right foot forward in that crescent lunge and arms up toward the ceiling. Back knee can be up or down, your choice. Yep. So you're going to really dig that ball of your back foot down into the mat. It's tempting to kind of want to sickle, or you just want to be on the mound of that big toe with your arms up, hands to heart center, and twist over to your right. Yep. And that elbow and thigh usually meet if you like that. Yep, you got it. And you can stay right there or open up your arms. That looks beautiful. Here's the rotation, friends. Feel that rotation in your spine. We got 2 more. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, rotate more using those oblique muscles that you just used in side plank. Good. Last one. Back up into your crescent and warrior 2, starting with your hands on your hips. Yep, you got it. So warrior 2 with your hands on your hips. You're going to bend that front knee quite a bit and straighten it. As you do, ensure that your knee is right over your ankle. Good. So shift your foot, making sure your knee is right over your ankle. And then check out those feet and keep going up and down here, feeling that stretch. You want to make sure your heel intersects the middle of your back arch. So if you drew a line from your front heel to the middle of your back arch. Now let's go into our full-on warrior 2, arms out, guts in. In your mind's eye, think about your torso. Is it leaning one way or the other way? Situated neutral, right on top of those hips. Swivel your head. 5 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 4 more. In. And out. Last 3. Slowly in. All of it out. You have 2 more. Breathe the air in. Let it go. Last one. Really, really surrender to this posture. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior and straighten your front leg. Oh, enjoy that stretch there, Sarah. Nice. Nice lateral flexion. Extended side angle. Back down to that deep knee bend. Put your hand in front. You stay on up there, Sophie. Extended side angle. Yes, you're just going to mirror me. That looks great. That looks really nice. You could come up out of it just a bit so your spine stays straight instead of flexing over. 1 more. Inhale. Hands down to the mat. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Left-sided crescent lunge. Very nice, Jordan. I like how you're bouncing up and down there a little bit, getting some stretch, breaking up those adhesions, and twist to the left. So move your hands to heart center. Put that elbow right over your thigh. Once you have that connection, you could open up your arms, getting more space in your chest. Regardless of how your arms are situated, think about that rotation of the spine, using those strong oblique muscles to go further into that rotation. Back up into your crescent lunge. And warrior 2, starting with your hands on your hips. Put your hands right on those hips and go deep down into your warrior 2. You can straighten and bend that warrior 2 as you make sure you have that alignment. Yeah. So you want that knee right over that ankle. So you can move your foot forward a little bit. And this back foot, get some space underneath the back arch. So really fire up those outer leg muscles so you get that space underneath your arch. Let's go into a fully sculpted warrior 2 with the arms out, guts in. Swivel your head over your fingertips. Soften that gaze, keeping the focus. True warrior. 3 more in. Out. Last 2. Breathe it in. Final 1. Breathe in. All the air out. Reverse your warrior. Flip your front palm and go into that lateral flexion as you straighten your front knee. Extended side angle. Bend your front knee quite a bit and go down into your extended side angle. Good. Oh, it's so nice having the blocks up here. Here we go. Think about spine being super long. You don't want that C-shaped spine here. You might need to come up out of it a little bit to create that length in your spine. Hands down to the mat, high to low push up. Nice focus. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair posture. Sit down in your chair and keep sitting further and further down into your chair. You're going to twist over to your right, and as you do, you're going to put your flat palms on the floor off to the right side of your body, as if you were going to go into side crow, but we're not going to go into side crow just yet. You're going to bend your knees quite a bit. Put your flat palms on the floor. You might have to separate your feet a little bit or really come up on the balls of your feet. Now think about the rotation. You want rotation in the spine. So you're really twisting your heart down towards the floor. You can stay right here enjoying that twist, or you can press your elbows into your thigh. Bend your elbows. Create a little bit of shelf here. You really feel that rotation in your spine. You can keep going. You might play with a little weight acceptance. You might even lift both feet off the floor. But all I really care about right now is the rotation of the spine. One more breath here. And forward fold. So straighten those knees and go into your forward fold. Might feel good to sway left and right for a moment or two and create your big toe bind by wrapping your 2 fingers, your peace fingers, around your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Tuck your chin and relax. That's it, Wetta and Jane and Allison. Just really let it go. Let it all just fall off the top of your head. All right, go back into your chair pose. Right away, we're going to start going into that rotation. So you can bring your hands to heart center. You know where we're going. You're going to twist. You're going to put those flat palms on the floor. And this is a great place to be because you're really feeling that rotation. So a lot of times I tend to want to go in here without really getting that rotation. You might even come up under your fingertips a bit and really rotate your spine. Get that space. Pull in your guts. Bend your elbows. You could start to play with leaning your weight, just leaning your weight against your elbows, creating that shelf, going into that side plank potentially. Yes, that's it. Beautiful, Megan. All right, come on out of it. Forward fold. And step on your palms. Lift your feet up and put your palms right underneath those feet. And let it go. I feel like I'm in a Baptist church with this gorgeous breathing. I went to a Baptist church one time in my life, and I was so taken aback by the audience participation. Release your bind and slowly come on up to stand, destination, right-sided eagle pose. That breathing is like a big amen. I'm not talking about religion at all. I'm just talking about audience participation. Just so you know. Audience participation here is that breath. You participate, you engage with that breath. Airplane. Glide on back, airplane. Yep, you got it, Sophie. You're just taking that leg up, up, up towards the ceiling. And then half moon. Grab your block, put it underneath your arm that's oriented towards the floor, and open up. Keep lifting up. Listen carefully. We are going to go into a seated twist. You're going to take your lifted knee, put it behind your standing ankle, and then sit your butt right back down on the floor. Good. And we're going into a twist. You're going to twist towards the knee that's bent, more oriented towards the ceiling. So you want to twist the other way, Chuck. This way. Take this hand way, way back like a tent stake. Yes, that's it, like a tent stake. Good. Yep, there it is. Is that too much? And just inhale. Good, long spine. We're going to counter twist. So take both hands over to the other side. Go into like a chaturanga arm. Put your flat hands on the floor and lean it on in that counter twist. Yep. Downward facing dog. And stretch it out. Big inhale. Exhale. And move to the front of your mat. So this side will be easier now that you know what you're up to. Come on up to stand. Left-sided eagle. So wrap your left arm under. So your left arm is going to get wrapped under. So left arm under. And wrap your hands up. Good. Lift your left knee. And then wrap your leg around the other leg as much as you can. One more slow breath cycle here. An airplane pose. Just going to release. Let that back leg lift up towards the ceiling, really opening across your shoulders. Half moon. Open up, half moon. Good. That's it, Sophie. Yes. Get that block right underneath here. In your half moon, seated twist. Move your left knee behind your right ankle and put your left knee right down on the floor behind your right ankle. And then just sit your butt back. And now the twist. You're going to grab your right knee with your left hand and go into that twist. So really move. You can move this hand way back and tense your fingertips to create that long spine. Good. So inhale, long spine, and exhale, go further into that rotation. That looks beautiful. Nice alignment. Counter twist. Take both arms to the other side. Lean it forward. And swing your your legs back in order to go to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Grab your right knee as you come up to stand. Right knee, standing leg raise. Rotate at the hip. Good. Dancing Shiva. We're going for that rotation of the spine once again. Really pull in your abdominal muscles, contract them as you look back towards the space behind you. Orient your vision towards the space in front of you one more time. So come back to center and foot down on the floor. Separate your feet quite a bit. We're going to do that figure 8 move again. This is a Debbie Downer thing. Bend your knees quite a bit. Jut that left hip forward and out to the side and back. That's right, Sophie. No, acting. I thought you're not dancing, right? Acting. That's right. It's all coming back to me. And center. Feet back to hip width distance apart. Grab that opposite knee, left knee. Feel that rotation in the hip. Open it up. Arm out to the side. Nice focus, Sarah. Bring your knee back to center. We're going for our twist. Hello, Shiva. Keep inhaling and going further into that rotation as you exhale. Back to center and foot down on the floor. Tree posture. We're going to take a bind behind the back in your tree posture. So set your foot up. And release your fingers at your low back and move your knuckles down. Now this might challenge your balance a little bit, but do it anyway. Tuck your chin and just rock your head left and right. As you do, like stretch those knuckles down towards the floor and keep rocking your head left and right. You're strumming that soft tissue across the backside of your neck, across your shoulders. It's also a cool way to challenge your nervous system in a different way. Let's do the other side. Go ahead and keep that bind if you want to try to just get that leg up there without grabbing it. Go back for that bind, same deal, just rocking that head left and right. So now we're looking at rotation in the neck area. So left and right. Again, I'm going to move, so you keep doing what you're doing. Make it feel good. Next couple breath cycles. And release. Inhale, both arms up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Downward facing dog and right-sided triangle. Move into your right-sided triangle. Good. Rediscover your breath. What does it feel like in this posture? Let's come up just another setting here, Sarah. And that creates this longer spine. You could even come up to your fingertips. Feel how that spine's getting straighter. Very nice. 5-star. Come on up and stretch it on out. So 5-star, you're just stretching out like crazy. Your toes orient out the side, just like you're being drawn and quartered in a good way. If that's possible. So you're just stretching, stretching, stretching out. High goddess squats. So bend your knees. You might have to heel to your feet together a little bit to get them right under your knees, but you're going into this high goddess squat. Hugging your core, and we're going to rotate to the right with the torso. Come back to center. To the left, you got 2 more sets. To the right, back to center. To the left, back to center. 1 more set. Stay controlled in your core. Back to center and into your 5-star. Way up into your 5-star. Put your hands on your hips, bend your knee quite a bit, and go into a forward fold. Put your right palm down towards the floor. You could use your fingertips or even put a block underneath your right palm to get the floor a little closer. It's up to you. You're going to take that left arm out to T like we started today, and then swing it down to the floor. Rest your left hand under the floor and swing your right arm out to T. Good. Now go at your own pace, just feeling the rotation in your spine in this posture, in this position. Just a couple more. And then relax into the center. Go ahead and dangle here in the center. Come on up to stand. Reverse namaste, forward fold. So right foot, you're going to, it's more like a mini warrior 1 stand. So if you just right foot is at 12 o'clock, back foot's kicked out a little bit. Get some space between your feet. I would start with my hands on your hips. If you want a bigger bind, you could grab your elbows. You could even do the reverse namaste thing, whatever you're up to. I like to show this one off because it's one of the few things I can do. But anyway, I can't do a back bend, so that's all I got. This reverse namaste. All right, and we're going to go ahead and hinge here at that hip. Keep those shoulders broad. Keep them broad. Keep the guts in. Go ahead and release your bind and dangle to the floor. If you got a block, put it underneath your left hand. Of course, we're going to go into the rotation here. Take that right arm out to T. And keep your right shoulder at the same level as your chest. In other words, you're not going to externally rotate at the shoulder. You're going to have the rotation occurring at your thoracic spine, at your chest, as much as you can. Good. If you want to fly, you could lift that back leg up into the air. Turn this into a balancing pose, and then swing your front leg down at the front of the mat, forward fold. Downward facing dog and left-sided triangle. Take your time. We're not in a hurry at all. I just want you to know where we're going so you don't feel lost. Left-sided triangle. Mm-hmm. You're going to keep that knee straight and then put that heel. Whenever we're in these postures, you're going to line your heel in the middle of your back arch. Yes, that's it. And then tense your fingertips right here. You could even move this back a little bit. Yes, that looks nice. And lift that right arm up towards the ceiling and look up at your hand. Now, if you ever want to make this posture a little less cardio, you could wrap that top hand behind your back. Whenever your arms are up in the air, it turns postures into a little bit more cardio. So if you bring those hands down and bind them, it can help lower your heart rate. Good. Get it under control. Come on up to stand. 5-star. 5-star. Hug in your core. High goddess. Down into your high goddess. Move your opposite elbow to opposite knee. We got 3 sets. That's 1, 2. Feel that rotation, really going for the rotation. Good. Good. I think we're at 3. And then up into your 5-star. Stretch it on out. Create a bind. If you happen to have a strap, that would be nice. But if not, you can just interlace your fingers. You're going to go ahead and fold forward. Rock your right shoulder towards the floor and then your left shoulder towards the floor. Just a real subtle rotation of the spine here. So the right shoulder's rocking to the floor, you guys in outer space, and then the left shoulder towards the floor. Feel that. Release your bind. Hang out here in your fold. Get control of your breathing. Get control of your heart rate. You're okay. Tell yourself you're okay. Tent your fingertips out in front of you, about 1 foot or 2. Come on up to stand. Whole way up to stand. And reverse namaste. So again, you can take that fancy bind or just bind your shoulders. So separate your feet some more, Sophie, like this. We often say railroad tracks instead of tightrope. So you can get that kind of, so move this right foot out a little more, honey, and up towards your other foot a little bit more. Yep. And think about your spine being super long as I just put my butt right in your face. Feel that broadening across your chest. Oh, there it is. All right, let's go for the twist. Move your right hand down towards the floor. Grab your block. Take your left arm out to T. Yes, that's exactly what I mean, Jordan. Good. Instead of feeling that rotation in the shoulder, keep it on the same line as your torso. If you want to fly, lift that back leg up and go for it. Yes, Chuck. That's it. Really stretch long. Nice fired up lifted leg. Beautiful, Elena. And forward fold at the front of your mat. Just fall right off of you. Inhale, halfway lift. High push up all the way down to the floor. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Tuck your toes under. So you're interlacing your fingers behind your head. So I'll get closer to the camera here, people. Toes tucked under, and you're just going to rock your right elbow to the floor and up. Left elbow to the floor and up. Twice more. Right elbow and up. And feel that rotation again in the spine, all right? You're going to feel those bones just sort of sliding past each other and release. Arms out forward and rest your forehead down on the floor. Take a moment. Take a moment. Move your right forearm across the front edge of your mat. Bend your left knee and capture your left ankle. Squeeze your legs together. Use those strong adductor muscles. Press your forearm into the floor and kick against your hand. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. So you're after that big back bend right behind your heart. Keep your guts engaged, your core engaged, so that you're not crunching into that low back. All right, other side. So your left forearm right across the front edge of your mat. Reach back on the inside of your ankle. So can you grab the inside of your ankle? Good. Squeeze those legs together and orient your head this way, Sophie. So maybe move your elbow. Yes, that's it. And kick, 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 kick. Oh, and release. Let's just flip on over to our back like a pan. Just lay there for a second. Go up into your bridge pose. Interlace your fingers at your low back. And then you're actually going to stretch your legs long, stretch your knees out, extend your knees, and rest your body, your butt area, right on your arms. You might need to flatten your palms a little bit so it doesn't feel too goofy or weird. Yeah, So flatten your palms a little bit and then straighten your knees with your hands underneath that sacrum. Yep, straighten your knees with your hands right there underneath your sacrum. We're after a real subtle psoas stretch on the front side of your body. It's very subtle. Feeling that length. Now, if you ever wanted more in this, you could put blocks underneath that sacrum and do this. It also helps stretch it out. You want that stretch as you go into these big back extensions in the front side of your body. So feel that stretch. And then move back into your bridge posture. We're going to do three breaths, 5 breaths, and 7 breaths. So you're already in your first one. Bridge your wheel for your first breath cycle. Interlace your fingers at your low back there. Move your knuckles down towards your heels. Actually, walk your feet towards your face a little bit. Yep. Feel that drawing in as you lift on up. That looks great. Down you go. And up for your second set of 5 breaths. Nice. Oh, Carol, you're on the slippery surface. That's beautiful. Use that core. Keep adducting, bringing your legs together. Good. 2 more. Last one. And come on down. Final back extensor, your choice, bridge or wheel. 7 breaths. Up you go. Yep, you can push your flat feet, hands on the mat. Oh, look at you. Wow, Sophie. Beautiful. Keep adducting. Adduct those legs together. Feel that length from that psoas. Feel the extension behind your heart. Really bring those shoulder blades together and lift on up. If you want to go up into the balls of your feet like our dear Carol is, knock yourself out. Yes, that's it, Sarah. Just feeling that stretch in a different way. Good. When you've had your 7 lovely inhalations and exhalations, Supta Baddha Konasana. Down you go. That's it. Just let it wash over you there, Allison. Feel that relief, Jane and Weta. Maybe let out a moan. It's too bad Christina's not practicing because she's so good at moaning. Happy baby. Believe it or not, we did a fair amount of core tonight. So we're going to have a truncated core session here right now because you earned it. Go ahead and rock back and forth. Really massage those kidneys, those spinal nerves. Only core work we're doing tonight are very, very slow bicycles, but we're going to do 1,000. You got 20. As slow as you can go. 20. 19. Yes, feel that core. 17. That's it, Sarah. That's a beautiful pace right there. 16. Good, Sophie. Get all the juice out of it like you're squeezing out an orange that costs $7, which is about how much they cost right now. Just get it all out. Get it all out. Good. 10. 9. 8. Oh, wait, where are we? Yeah, 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hug your knees into your chest and draw a circle with your knees. Follow the perimeter of your sacrum, that bony plate at the base of your spine. So get the upper edge, the side edge, the tailbone, the other edge, the upper edge, and then switch the direction of your circle. Really feel that ground massaging your lower back. Reclining half pigeon, put the soles of your feet on the floor and put your right ankle over your left knee. Reach your hands through. Yep, you got it. That's it, Sophie. And hold on the back of your thigh, or you could even hold on the back of your shin if you need that stretch. Let me have your foot. So you could do this on a wall instead if you wanted to. You probably know that, huh? Is that too much? Do you want me to go there? Okay. Yeah. Other side. Oh, Chuck, your breath is so great. It does almost sound like a tea kettle lid lifting up, just giving us that really. Oh, yeah, scuba tank. So many great examples. And release, inversion time, legs over your head in some way, waterfall, shoulder stand. Yeah, one thing that's really nice. Are you in the mood to feel good, or do you want more work? You don't know. Here, put your flat feet on the. Oh, I'm sorry. Put your flat feet on the floor a second. Lift up your hips. Yeah, put that right underneath your sacrum and hoist your legs up towards the ceiling. This is called waterfall. Now, if that block doesn't feel right, you can, of course, shift it so that it feels a little better. And just relax, Sophie. Relax. I'm at the spa. I'm in this beautiful, supported studio space with my favorite anatomy teacher in the whole world. I can't wait to find out what you're up to. If you are in shoulder stand, move into your plow posture. Do you want to try that? Do you see what Megan's doing? Well, you kind of like get a little momentum. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You got it. And just kind of hoist your. Yeah, look at you. Don't turn your head. Don't turn your head, anybody. I know this is an old joke. I feel like Harold when I keep saying the same things. But anyway, if you turn your head, your head will pop off. If you don't know who Harold is, he needs some new material. That's what I tell him all the time. All right, slowly come on out of your plow pose, bone by bone by bone. And we're going to move into a supine twist. So scoot your hips over to the left a little bit and let your knees rock over to the right. Supine twist. I'm going to add a quad stretch with this. Now, this, for some reason, is so difficult for me to explain, but I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to bend, move your bottom knee, your right knee, orient it more towards the space behind you, and grab your right foot with your left hand. You're doing it the opposite way, Megan. Do you want to do it the opposite way? Okay. All right. Okay. I'm telling you, got it. Chuck that one, the bottom one. I know. It's crazy. Can you come out of it a second? Let go. You just move your knee down here like that a little bit and now reach for it. How about a strap? How about a towel? There we go. This will be good for you, actually. And then this knee actually bends at a right angle and rest it on that block. You're going to keep asking this knee to keep orienting that way to stretch out that quad, but don't rip your muscles off of your body. Okay, now this guy here, you can put right here on top of this like that. You want everything kind of at right angles. Move your butt the whole way this way more, even more, Jordan. Keep coming towards me. Keep coming towards me. That looks good. Yep. And then this guy can go under your knee. Yep. You're looking for right angles. Right, right, right. Yes, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks good. This might help you feel a little more support if you get this under your knee like that. And then this guy gets flexed. Right angle, right angle. You want to ask this knee to go more toward, yes, there's the quad stretch. All right, let's flip it over on the other side. Most of you really need to scoot that butt towards the left this time. Yeah, so you stack your hips. Good. When you get that situated, it's the bottom knee that bends. Yep, and you grab your foot. Good. I like a block underneath my right knee or right, even shin sometimes feels good. Get the whole leg sort of supported. If you have several blocks, you can kind of line them all up underneath that leg. I need my camera. Where's my phone? No, I don't have it. Elena has a football under. Is it a football? A footy, which resembles a football under her knee. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Okay, let's go to Shavasana. If you want that Supta Baddha Konasana on your way there, knock yourself out. And then move into your Shavasana. So some of you might be familiar with the whole idea of yin and yang and opposites, right? We got day and night. We have black and white. We have all the things in between. In that traditional Chinese medicine, there's an idea that like makes more like. So when you're feeling kind of sluggish and unmotivated, if you continue to do things that make you feel unmotivated, you'll feel even more unmotivated. On the other hand, if you're running around like a nut all the time, if you keep doing that, and you just keep escalating your stress level and so forth. So the idea is to bring opposite into your life. If you're running on fumes, then find some what we call yin, some rest, some relaxation. But if you're finding yourself being kind of like a sloth, those laying around maybe too much, then you want to bring some yin in. So since today was a little cooler out, a little colder out, brought some yin into this class to complement the weather. So think about that as you move through your life. How can you bring balance? And that's the cool thing about yoga. It balances the strength with the flexibility. The stira with the sukha. The focus with the sugar. Right now is the sugar. Just rest. Draw circles with your hands. Move in the opposite direction. Do the same thing with your ankles. Spell your name with your toes. Move your ankles in all those opposite directions. Spell your name of someone you love dearly with your toes, maybe even your fingers. Explore all those angles of your joint. And then spell the name of someone that you need to love more. Send them out your love. Fill your cup up so you can love the unlovable. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock over onto your right side. And move to a seated position. Kind of make a circle-y kind of feeling here. So orient yourself towards the circle. Put your knees on, hands on your knees, pulling your knees, long spine. Inhale your arms up. Hands to heart center. 3 rolling ohms. Breathe in. Om. Namaste. Look at your neighbor. Say namaste. 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 Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Wetta.